Life is full of surprises, some pleasant, some painful. No matter how much we plan, predict, or try to control, life tends to unfold in unexpected ways. This can lead to disappointment, frustration, or even despair if we cling to how things should be instead of accepting how they actually are. Often, we ignore what's happening in the present moment because we're always waiting for something better to come along. We believe that once we get what we want, happiness will follow. But when we finally achieve what we've been striving for, we often find ourselves wanting something else. This constant cycle of wanting can leave us feeling sad and disappointed because we're always searching for the next thing, rather than enjoying what we have right now. It's normal to desire more, but the problem arises when we become so focused on what's missing that we forget to appreciate what's already around us. This mindset makes us unhappy, and the cycle of wanting continues. If you try to see the present moment as perfect, things may come to you more easily. Understand that what's happening now is a result of what you've done before. This doesn't mean you should stop desiring things, but rather, you should shift your perspective. By thinking differently about your desires, you can enjoy what you have while still looking forward to what's to come. Have you ever noticed that when you desperately want something to happen, it often doesn't go the way you expect? But when you stop worrying and let go, things seem to fall into place effortlessly. Much of our anxiety comes from expecting things to turn out a certain way. When they don't, we feel let down. So perhaps there's a better approach, one that involves accepting things as they are, rather than constantly worrying about how things should be. This shift in thinking might bring you more happiness in the long run. Albert Einstein once said, "We cannot solve our problems with the same level of thinking that created them." Sometimes, the way we think creates problems. If we change how we think, we might make things better. While we can't always control what happens around us, we can control how we react to things. That's where our true power lies. As Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together. But do so with all your heart. Life is always changing, and we may not always like what happens. This can cause unhappiness. But what if we viewed things differently? Every challenge can teach us something valuable. By keeping an open mind, we can learn from our experiences and use them to create a meaningful story about our lives. You can't control everything. Whether you believe in fate or free will, some things are simply beyond your control. Life can change in an instant, like someone being involved in a car accident. These moments remind us how quickly life can shift, and they highlight the importance of focusing on what truly matters. Instead of resisting life's flow, try going with it. You may find more peace and happiness by accepting what comes your way. Life knows what it's doing, even when we don't always understand it. Sometimes things happen that we don't like, but life keeps moving forward regardless of how much we resist. By accepting and embracing even the painful parts of life, we can become more connected to the experience itself. You're working with life, not against it. Think back to times when you faced challenges but managed to get through them. You likely learned something and became stronger. Big changes often begin with chaos, just like the Big Bang, which some believe created the universe. Even the process of being born is messy and chaotic, but it leads to something beautiful. So when life gets tough, remember that you faced difficulties before and emerged stronger. Life has a way of working things out, and you're part of that process. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen." Pain and difficulty can lead to new beginnings and creation. Think about how you were born, your parents met, and despite all the things that could have kept them apart, they came together, and you were born. It's almost like a miracle, showing that life has a way of making things work out. Even in hard times, remember that good things can come from pain and struggle. Life supports you, even when you can't always see it. Everything happens for a reason, even if you don't understand it at the time. Sometimes, you may never fully understand it, but you can still trust that a higher power is guiding your life, as well as everyone else's. How do you maintain hope without losing faith? You need to trust that life knows what it's doing and will take care of you if you keep your faith. It may not unfold in the way you imagined, but trust that it will happen in the way it's meant to. Listen to your heart and feel your way through life. When things don't go as planned, look for the lessons hidden in the experience. Remember, you are part of the universe, and the universe experiences life through you. You're not just living life, you're an essential part of it. Don't waste time wishing for something else or hoping for a better future. Be present and pay attention to what's around you right now. What's meant to happen will find its way to you, whether you want it or not. The best thing you can do is be present and enjoy the journey. I hope you found today's lesson valuable. If you'd like to support what I'm doing, please share this with your loved ones and let me know your thoughts. Your participation means the world to me, and I'd love to have you join me on this journey. Wishing you a beautiful day ahead.